Hello family, this is your friend Kenesha and welcome to another episode of TransFormNation Thursday. This is where we have an opportunity to talk about how can we have an influence on those in our family, in our community, on our jobs, in this state and in this world. Remember on Tuesdays, it's Transformation Tuesdays, where we're talking all about how we change ourselves. And then on Thursdays, we talk about changing this world. So on last week, we talked about the integrity and the character test as influencers. And we asked ourselves a few questions to make sure that we are high in integrity because we should be going out and affecting others. And so on this past Tuesday, we talked about this. It says, be who you say you are. And we talked about the word authenticity, and I'll read you the definition. It is being ourselves, not an imitation of what we think we should be or have been told we should be. Think about that, authenticity. And so then it brings me to the word reality. So here's the definition of the word reality. It is the world or the state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to an idealistic or notional idea of them. So I thought about reality shows, which can be quite entertaining as well as quite grievous, depending on what your level of awareness is on what's happening. So one of my favorite reality shows years ago, I'm not even sure if it's still on, it is called The Biggest Loser. And as many of you know, I used to be 300 pounds and I lost half of my body weight. So I was severely overweight. So when the show first came out, it was very encouraging to me to watch the history of all of these people that were losing extreme amounts of weight. But here's what a columnist said about the reality show. This is Michelle Crouch. She said this in Reader's Digest, 2018. She says, The Biggest Loser, for example, has 11 cameras running 8 hours a day. That's 88 hours of footage, 7 days a week. It says, so they end up with 616 hours of video for just 1 week's episode. And guess how long that episode lasts? 42 minutes. So 616 hours of video, but there's only 42 minutes in the episode, which allows them to create whatever storyline they want. She said this, reality television is not as authentic as you think it might be. So as influencers, we want to make sure that we are authentic so that the people who we are influencing can trust us. So our thought for today is let others see the real you. And we're coming from Developing the Leader Within You 2.0 by my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell. And on page 16, let me read this to you. It says, wholeness does not mean perfection. It means embracing brokenness as an integral part of our lives. Dr. Maxwell says, my friend Max Lucado says, God would rather us walk with an occasional limp than a continual strut. I am learning to embrace my limp because I'm learning so much. He says, none of us is flawless. Good people do bad things. Smart people do dumb things. We all find ourselves in moments where we feel tempted to do something we know in our hearts isn't the right thing to do, and we've all veered off course. So we want to be authentic. So here are a couple of statements that Sue Fitzmaurice said that I want us to consider as we are influencers who want to be authentic. She says this, what it means to be authentic, to be more concerned with the truth than opinions, to be sincere and not pretend. We want to influence people, so we have to be sincere so they trust us. To be free from hypocrisy, walk your talk, to know who you are and then to be that person. To not fear others seeing your vulnerabilities. People need to see you and connect to you and that's how we gain influence. So our probing question for this week. How can you and I be purposeful this week about letting others see the real you so you can gain influence? This is your friend Kenesha. I love you. Have an excellent week.